also wo dia okasa on Facebook okasa on Twitter okasa no kaka no kura no na just am rantie we they care about what you are saying on Facebook say kwasi ampe you hwe cage bi mu obi di wo yire wo Ghana na wo to akasa Mahama aban no de enye ono sa onye so odwon kwasi awo ho na wo bra papa bi bo anka wantena Ghana mbo oti America oti bon community basement em obi di wo yire e wa asylum down oro kwasi eye Ghana ne de small boy na edi wo yire small boy a very young boy na odi wo yire wo so sorry a wunya aduane ni wo sorry a wuntumi pie wo so ya wunya sika bi andi wangasa wo hwe wachi wo fi a sika 100,000 Ghana kura nda ho woto wa akoma ebo obi di wo yire wo beka no kura che Ghana fo no do kwase ate wo se me ya santini ya MPP ni na so obi gino ho wo yare na edidi wo mu no ene yare na edidi wo mu eso so da ya wuntumi na unim se obra obi achimo kon awie dada ubewu. And this is what we are talking about. Abaino Ghana. The government is putting money in the pockets of Ghanaians. Obidu yiro tantra heroes enfa. Kwasia anadwumino ka say o kire Saturday o yire kwa koma ne sister obidi no because o kotisa me no ka say uti kroma tafre kro onya ntafre no to obi ti o yire so ekenyan obidi o yire ti America wa wuntumi nkofie na o stress ne beda so a na o betwa ntro akire Ghana fo na o be yakesesem I won't stress inti akesi aka ofo okon na aka obi di oyire esidito boasini ba obi di no abuofunu yanko anim bra mo be brero obi di oyire do jimitia. Now this is a story I want us to talk about. Moka adewe 2016 answer na meko no atachia eko Paul Ademochi show so Bede size movie ba be kire won nansen a obi yire pa na small boy inside that ne toso ewurade nyankopon ogoti so awobro bede size movie ne picture ba be kire won nansen a obi yire o small boy na dia yasan ka nipa ba ko mpo anka ya e na small boy huje obi yire anajo 12 no mu gina bontini su obi yire o small boy oni kapre adea ne bema wa ena kwabna ne hye bonkum ena small boy huje amanfo yire ne sada obi to so obi yire kwasia acting husband you are acting as a husband and somebody is the performing husband and who stress until return to actually Ghana for kwasia fo straighten your mind embre nduru no ni awo manage 3 small boys o di akwara no by heart. Me the size movie ba be kiremo me the picture bi ba be kiremo akoma yare na manfo nya no krom ha o pressure na manfo kasa by heart wo de munim de ba na mama nkire o ye ne yire na da sorry o ehu ayire anim every day obi do yire anadwi and Friday etuam wo she bonkum kwasia wo ye be ma anka obadwene ho se obi di me yire esidi so peje wabeti kwa tikiti small boy nansia na owie school small boy only $500,000 crowd an account small boy be boy di abewa small boy ya won 1991 small boy onsi wo yire so no kwasi ati abruchi kasa we de ben Pedro bi nom now atachia enra atachia eko Paul Ademochi shows and Friday me de frafra doggy mu Pro Max panyan on dog na ye bo fasoro no ai on doggy boy bo ne da say e bo fasoro no ai akwa no so ne ohwe ne mfe awurade nyankopon me de be wa kire mo boase ye he obetete no me say na so okura wundrum dada edu okura wudura wu de fra wundrum ka wudrum an ka obeti ase hwe ye di yire wo yakasesam wo na membra won ase anadwu bia na okọ hi ye ntinkura no me fra ne ase ukoto eduraba say say we he ye or kodama de achi no kwasia to say I bentiasia on tiasia ko for Delta Airline ko fie ko 42k ko tena toilet no ho e we chire ho ne ko hwe waka kajim ye du yire binua wuti wei amama kai eye ne SD enwum bi onua ba ma ye du yire o minua ba meti we ni o ye du yire SD sam ko SD nam jai ye du yire o minua ba meti we ni mo ye du yire awa wutimi unu ti ma show di we ni mi ye du yire o minua ba ma ti we ni mo ye du yire ha wama me SD eri kura ba ha fama mo abotorwa ye du yire yani e betu frustrate o benya hatata ko now moment chira de bi wa ha ye gine wo ye ni bebi akọ ye ne yire neti Bawumia was not in charge of the economy during the presidency of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Achim police so abekasa endra okotena Paul bewu ehwo so Paul bewu na nansem hu se Paul wa tantantan endra tade bi na se wa tantantan eh na nipa so wie ye nyo atachi okotena Paul show so na oye den or person kire say Bawumia was not in charge of the economy. Bawumia was not in charge. Atachia the busuani ne Akufo-Addo momenko tie atachia any Paul bewu just MP from this Jimmy o momenko tie mo hwe Paul no why you findi Paul yare o or yare serious but the bunim de besi mo hwe Paul atachia say Bawumia was not in charge of the economy. What was Bawumia in charge of?
What we are seeing. And
so Dr. Bawumia was sidelined.
Oh, please. Who doesn't know this?
By whom?
By the president and his cousin, of course. What did you see?
By Akufo-Addo and Ken Ofori-Atta.
In the running of the economy. He was not in charge at all.
How do you know this?
Well, at least I could see what happened when I was in the cabinet. And I could see also what happened when I was outside the cabinet. I'm not here to wash our dirty in the public, but show one record that, Bawumia was the one who was trying to overhaul the exchange rate and he failed. Do you know what was happening at that time?
Gold for oil was to overhaul the exchange rate, but we ended at $14 dollar. Now the NDC is on 10.
Do you know whether somebody wanted to that the system should operate full throttle, or it was like, if it's coming from Bawumia, that's not glorified? Do you understand what is happening?
Are you suggesting that there was some undermining of the gold for oil policy?
Oh, goodness me. But how much money was released from the Bank of Ghana that we should buy gold when Bawumia was vice president? Let's do statistics and you see that do not say a man should be pregnant. It's a cruel argument. When he hasn't gotten the wherewithal, a man has no womb to be pregnant.
What's the point?
The point I'm making is that there is no evidence that huge largesse of resources were given to Bawumia to run the economy and he blew it. There is no...
Nobody's saying that. Are people saying that?
But what is it that you are talking about?
They are talking about he being the chairman of the economic management team.
What economic management
then that
team?
is expected to lead the economic renaissance.
Was there an economic management team that was trying to, drive the economy and direct Ken?
Dr. Bawumia is the one who introduced...
No, if it was so, the MPs have eyes to see. They said, look, this bad manager of the economy, Bawumia should go. What did they say?
Bawumia cannot go on the MPs by the law.
Resign.
No, well, okay, they could have called for his resignation. Yeah, they could have called for his resignation. In fact, but they were calling for the dismissal of Ken, not his resignation.
Well, and look at even the NDC MPs. They want the censure.
Yes.
Why? Who was responsible for the economy and who has to be censured.
It was Dr. Bawumia who gave the general public the list of the very fantastic actors at the economic management team. Jan Bafo, Alan Chemate. It was Dr. Bawumia who said.
Find out from them whether it was in name or it was in function and who was actually in charge. You see,
so now you see the strategy, the kind of messaging Bawumia crooks, they want to cook now. They are disassociating themselves from Akufo-Addo's government completely. They are sounding as if Bawumia wanya bibia wa binding. But this is the same Bawumia who is taking credit for gold for oil. He is taking credit for everything. In fact, I see Adebia kosi sisi bia ye jubebiano e yono na de bae. Achim police attaching only T. What's Achim police? Makacham said the NPP, they still think it's a gun of Jimmy. 90% of impeniform NPP will Jimmy. And 90% of politicians are more NPP more Nyansa. They are stuck between two things. One, they cannot disassociate themselves from Akufo-Addo. Because when they disassociate themselves from Akufo-Addo, then it exposes Bawumia. Now the question is, if you are disassociating Bawumia from Akufo-Addo, then what does Bawumia represent? Because it is what Akufo-Addo and Bawumia did, and also Bawumia ran it also. So they are stuck between these two things. Now what they are trying to do is say, they cannot disassociate themselves from Akufo-Addo. Say Akufo-Addo is a terrible leader. Akufo-Addo did not do anything. Akufo-Addo's bad policies on the Bawumia, because the moment they do that, Mahamudu Bawumia also takes the fall with Akufo-Addo, because Bawumia was Akufo-Addo's vice who was in charge of the economic management team. Now, they cannot disassociate themselves completely from Akufo-Addo, and secondly, they cannot also run on another record apart from Akufo-Addo's record. And they are stuck in this two space. Now, what they are trying to do is say, they are trying to isolate Bawumia from the government, but not from Akufo-Addo. Because when they detach Bawumia from Akufo-Addo, technically, you want to tell me, say, Bawumia should take responsibility. Now, when you keep Akufo-Addo in the picture, Bawumia and Akufo-Addo shares the responsibility. So what are they doing? What they are trying to do now is say, now, we want you to understand, say, even the government, na Bawumia kanwa, now or the head of economic management team, taking decisions for Akufo-Addo in cabinet, now they are saying, say, Bawumia was sabotaged by some people. Oh, say, they have all refrained from saying, say, Akufo-Addo was the one who has caused Bawumia this problem. Now they are trying to use Kedoforiata. It is an easy spot for them to use. Iti so utie na komia, utie atachia, utie oseche mensa bonsu. The criminals somebody Bawumia china. Every time it comes to Bawumia issue, they are not able to mention Akufo-Addo's name. They are always running from the name of Akufo-Addo. Because the moment you mention Akufo-Addo, you know Bawumia has twin is Akufo-Addo. Now they are trying to look for some people on an easy target, low-hanging fruit, to say they are the ones to blame for Bawumia's poor performance. Now on say attaching Akasano, or they quite share Bank of Ghana governor. Yakasa gold for oil. Yadawuti Kroma Bawumia is taking credit for gold for oil upon all the losses, But and the attaching say, Yanko back into the records. Some people sabotaged Bawumia because where is the money? When the man Bawumia sikase on running gold for oil. Kwasia. Bawumia etam gold ne de ko Dubai no or the ma Alpha Stream no kwasia mpenyi na wan sika. Time Bawumia eji sika o Bank of Ghana. Gold na ya toto no PMMC etoto gold ma Bank of Ghana. Bawumia ka se gold for oil. Yantam sika no enfangu shipum enkoto petrol no kwasia atachia na sa sika no eyo ma media. So you see what they are doing. They are struggling with the communication because they know their product is a stinking pig. With all due respect, it is a prequa a bone. Now they are trying to isolate it from Akufo-Addo. Now they cannot criticize Akufo-Addo because when they criticize Akufo-Addo was a chunk of criminals who will come after you. Into what are they going to do? And then I'm on communication. What they need to say clearly to Ghanaians and say, Bawumia and Akufo-Addo, they failed. They cannot say it. They cannot boldly come out because If people are blaming the administration of failure, why do you isolate the president? Let us know. So why is everybody running from Akufo-Addo's name? They are confused. They are liars. They are thieves. They think we are forgotten. Now they cannot run on any record of Akufo-Addo. Mahmoud Bawumia can say, or the 33 policies and the car Akufo-Addo their home and or XLA, they have refused to speak on the 33 policies. And they can't also speak on the Akufo-Addo's policies. So right now, they are looking for people that are low-hanging fruit and to go after them. Into all picking Kenufuriata. Kenufuriata is the one. Normal Peke, Bank of Ghana governor. Addison Jimmy is the one. They cannot speak about Akufo-Addo. Let me show you something. You see this? This is Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo in 2018. They now upkind the State of the Nation address. They are not catching Ghana. I am glad to be able to report that the economic management team, under the stellar leadership of the strong, brilliant economist, Vice President Mahama Bawumia, has risen to the challenge, and the hard work is beginning to show positive results. That is full credit. This is full credit without ambiguity. Bravo. This is full credit. Preposterous, unequivocally, astronomically ambiguous, ambitious, full credit. Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo Beka in State of the Nation, he said this: I am glad to be able to report that the economic management team under the stellar under the stellar leadership of the strong, brilliant economist, Vice President Mahama Bawumia, has risen to the challenge, and the hard work is beginning to show positive results. Why didn't Akufo-Addo talk about Kenufuriata? Why didn't Akufo-Addo say? Because Kenufuriata, as you people are saying, was in charge. Why didn't Akufo-Addo credit Kenufuriata? But he deliberately, single-handedly picked out Bawumia. The economic management team, 90% of whom, why did he mention only Bawumia's name? Because Bawumia had to take the full credit and responsibility. Nkwasiafo. Yebe kaimwa kopese munyina mubewu. Mo bodam. 38% me swaba 32%. Muni idea. Me the Bawa do 24%. Bawumia is a problem. Bawumia is a problem. The NPP is a lying and killing machine. They don't want to accept somebody Ghana bonnet. They don't want to accept that Bawumia cannot do the job. They don't want to accept that Bawumia is a failure. He knows nothing. Wabong. Now attach a Trisha woto. Why would ticket say Achim police to war? Nobody gave Bawumia money for gold for oil. But the same the Joker is telling us we should give him credit for gold for oil. Where did he get the money? Gold for oil, Sika, Omodekoto gold, oil, no. Na wana Sika, na your Bank of Ghana Sika. You are a foolish old man. Because your actions, your utterances, and that room to be able to insult you people in a very comfortable way. Jimmy, you don't respect the intelligence of Ghanaians. We will drop your vote to 24%. We are here. We would make sure Ghanaians get to know the truth. Why did he single out Bawumia? He singled out Bawumia because he wanted everybody to know Bawumia is the one who did it, and he is the brilliant economist, stellar leadership. Okay, stellar leadership, brilliant economist, Kwasia, and all talk I say Bawumia was not given the room to work. So every day it is not Bawumia. Nana kumia betina no kan Kwasia say it is not Bawumia. Also betina it is not Bawumia. Inti enji mundi. Nine. More respect inti ne di matabono. But you say it's politics as usual. 1992 politics, 1996 politics. Where the enko chantro ne ekotena ne ka ebeto ni patrim. Ye ne wa ha ye masa Kwasia fon kokora te semo. Ajantra for amon kan okre to run this country down again. Munyina mo ya trofo mo kan okre. Sa de wo me nam troye. This is 2018, 11:50, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo on X.